Well, your statute says that, that chiropractors are required to demonstrate up to 40 contact classroom hours of continuing education. And you all have interpreted, in the past, the boards have interpreted contact classroom to be actual in-person classroom. I did some research on my own, on other healthcare, other MQA professions, and there are only 2 other professions that I could find that require all of the continuing education to be done online. There's no other profession that has this exact wording. The closest wording is dentistry that has contact minutes of instruction. They allow online instruction. The only other 2 professions that require completely in-person CE are optometry, and their statute requires that they have 6 or more hours of transcript quality coursework. I don't know what that means. And the other profession is hearing aid specialists, and their statute is just basically they can't prescribe more than 30 hours. So I know 10 years ago, the technology wasn't as advanced as it is today. So I mean, my impression is, and then there are other professions, for example, podiatry, that allows some of the continuing education to be done online. They have mandatory hours, and I'm not sure if it's 13 or 20, that have to be done in person. So there is some sort of combo between doing live and doing it online. But as I said, the critical part of your statute is how you choose to define contact classroom.
Are we allowed to? Is this a legislative ruling, or can we interpret this?
You can interpret that language by rule, because neither the term contact nor the term classroom is defined by the legislature. All that they have said is you have to require 40 hours of contact classroom hours, but nowhere is that defined by the legislature. So you all define it by your rule.
All due respect, obviously, I disagree with Mr. Lambert, but I just want to make it clear to the board that whatever action you take today isn't going to change this rule overnight. And this is just a petition to ask you to consider whether you want to change the rule or not. So basically, the only decision you'd be making today is, yes, we want to change the rule. No, we don't want to change the rule. If it is, yes, you want to change the rule, then all of the research that Mr. Lambert has talked about would come into play. And if you allow me, I have had another board that required electrical contractor licensing board that had required that fire and burglar alarm in person. They had 14 hours that had to be done in person, and they shifted from doing it all in person to going online. And they took a lot of testimony about all the various different kinds of biometric processes that you need to go through. And so their rule, although it's kind of general, when they are reviewing the coursework, there are certain specifications that the course has to meet. So, I just want to kind of tell the board that whatever you decide today, this rule is not getting changed. It doesn't. If you say, yes, we want to change it, it's not changing, any faster. You would just be initiating a process for what you want to do and what you want to consider. If you agree with Mr. Lambert, that you're interested in doing it and you want the statute changed, it never hurts to get the statute changed, just so there isn't this problem. But of course, the legislature's out of session for a year. So, it's up to you, but